There's two types of people in this world: those that do and those that don't. Which one are you? Hey, I wanted to kind of talk to y'all this morning about don't judge a book by its cover. And I know recently the young lady that passed away, Kate Spade, that passed away, and I hear a lot of people criticizing and asking all these questions about why. And the reason why I put don't judge a book by its cover, because just because somebody is going through some things, or just because somebody have a certain lifestyle, doesn't negate them from having feelings and having issues. And one thing my wife always tell me and people, that children are people. And we have a tendency to get in our own pre-notions of how people, how things should be, and how they should worry or not worry about things. But we forget mental health is a tough issue, because you can't walk down the street and tell who's going through what. You can't walk down the street and tell that somebody is not eating. You can see a young man or a young lady panhandling for money. That doesn't mean that he or she is really homeless. You can see a young man or a young lady in a suit, a nice tailor-made suit, dress, or whatever. Doesn't mean that he or she has money. You could see a gentleman or a young lady walking and catching the public transportation. Doesn't mean that he or she has money. You could see a nice young man or a nice young lady driving around in a Range Rover. Doesn't mean that he or she has money. Doesn't mean that he or she is happy. You can't judge a book by its cover. And nobody, I mean nobody, gives you the power to judge and dictate how and when people should live. Mental health is, you cannot label it. You can't say who got what going on. You can't say who is depressed. You can't say who is sad. You can't say who is happy. You can't say nothing but how you are feeling and what you are going through. You can watch all the television and all the talk shows, and you can feel that you are a subject matter expert after watching Dr. Phil, Oprah Winfrey, whatever show that you watch. But you cannot judge a book by its cover. You can even read the book. You can even study the book, but you still can't judge the book. Unless you are the individual, you would never know what people are going through. People are going through so much mentally that they drown it out. They compartmentalize. And they get to a point where they just don't know what else to do. So stop judging a book by its cover. Stop overlooking them children out there that you think, oh, they're a kid, they don't have problems. Because they do. With social media, it has magnified everybody's problems. It has made everybody's problems a lot more harder to deal with now, because everybody can see it. Before it used to be isolated, just with certain people. Now it's everywhere. Stop judging a book by its cover. Stop saying, oh, you too young, you ain't got problems. Oh, you got too much money, you ain't got problems. Stop judging a book by its cover. Do you like being judged? Do you like when people think that you got XYZ going on, but they don't know the mental things that you're going through? They don't know what stress you're going through? They don't know what situations you're dealing with? Stop having these notions that they shouldn't have problems. Life is going to happen no matter what position you play in life. Life is going to happen no matter what you have. No matter how much money you got or how broke you are. Life is going to happen no matter who you are. Life does not stop. Nobody gives you the right. Nobody gives you the power to judge other people. Nobody. So stop asking why this young lady took her life. Because you're never going to know. You're never going to know what's going on in her mind. Even if somebody tell you what's going on, doesn't mean that's what's going on. People have this thing where they don't want to hurt other people, even though they're hurting themselves. So they have the tendency to lie to people just to feed them what they want to hear, so they don't have to be upset or mad. So just think about how many times in your life has somebody judged you and what they thought was completely wrong. How many times have you looked at the children or somebody else's children and said, oh, they too young, they had these problems, they be fine. Stop doing that. Just like Kate, Spade, just like Robin Williams, just like a whole bunch of other young men and young ladies out there that are famous or not famous, that have committed suicide and have taken their lives and different stuff, they have pain. And one thing I know for sure, with most people, I can't say all, most of them cry out for help. But we have this thing where we have this thing that we can just sense when people are good. Yeah, they're fine. Don't worry about it. No. No matter how small or how loud, how big the cry is, acknowledge. If we spend more time trying to love and help each other than we are trying to judge them, world will be in a better direction. I can't say the world will be better, but the world will be in a better direction. So stop judging a book by its cover. I charge each and every one of you today to do a reflection in your life of when people was judging you and thought they knew what was going on with you, when you was going through some rough times in your life. It may have been before, it may be now, it may be in the future. Who knows? Ask yourself, how many times have you looked at a child and say, oh, he or she young, they ain't got no problems. Stop doing that. My wife always say, kids has feelings too. Listen to them. Not only listen to them, understand them. See where they're coming from. Today's society is crueler than ever because social media amplifies everything. One child can get bullied by one person, but millions can see it in a matter of seconds. So I charge each and every one of you to sit down in moments in your time in life or when people were judging you. Sit back and look at your children or other people's children or people's children in general that you see have been judged and realize we don't have the power to judge anybody. We just don't. We have the power to love and to help, but we don't have the power to judge anybody. So stop judging a book by its cover and realize life is going to happen. The question is, what are you going to do when life happens to you? The question is, what are you going to do when life happens to others? The question is, what are you going to do when life happens to children? Are you going to be there to support, or are you going to sit back and judge them? All right. So I want to say thank you for each and every one of y'all that watch my Facebook, folks that like it, folks that share it, folks that comment, folks that share their great things. Anything you think that is helping people, let's do it. Each one teach one. That's how it's all about. All right. I love each and every one of y'all. All right. I hope you all have a great day. Stay motivated and get what you need to get in life, because we only get to do this thing once. So go get it. All right. Everybody have a great day. There's two types of people in this world, those that do and those that don't. Which one are you?